work, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we hit Community Coalition, so y'all know what time it is, man. I'm gonna keep it going tonight. What up, y'all? What up?
What's good?
How y'all doing? We gotta ask. Y'all
My
all right?
hurts.
You say what?
My woman hurts. You know, they say my black hurt, my woman hurts.
Your woman hurts? Sure, my woman hurts too. Like,
My women hurt.
oh.
Women.
Plural. Okay.
He got one. He got many.
Said all the hoes hurt. They hurting right now.
I got sisters. I got
Oh,
sisters.
Okay, see how you clean that up. Nice.
I got sisters. I got family. I have friends. Let me say it like that.
Okay, friends. Well, I'll
I was
focus on
over
the
here
friends right
making a cup.
Oh,
What's it say?
It doesn't say anything. It's not for sale though. I done borrowed this image off of YouTube.
Okay, you made it for yourself.
Pretty much.
I mean, we could sell it if you try to sell it. We could sell it.
right.
You gotta sell it so you get caught. That's all.
You know
Right.
when they have the stuff for sale on Etsy,
Yeah.
they have the image available.
Yeah.
Right.
And they tell you like we're gonna resell this image. Like
Right.
And so you have to buy the image in order to get it, but you know, they make it accessible.
Yeah. That's how you do it, you know. It's business.
I mean, I didn't get that off of Etsy, but I'm just saying.
Right.
I don't want to resell somebody's stuff if I ain't pay for it. You know?
That's called flip game right there.
Oh, stealing.
I know.
Yeah.
That's how you get sued.
Flip game stealing. I mean, nah, it's play.
I mean, I feel like we in the country where anything is going right now.
That is true.
Right.
It's getting crazy.
In this country.
Anything and everything.
So we got to get to it. We can't avoid this conversation. Like, as much as I don't like staying in like current events with some of this stuff, we can't run away from the Supreme Court and these decisions. You know,
Right.
This has huge impacts on all of us. Let's keep it a buck. You know, I know we're talking about women, of course, y'all, but like, I think about these stuff from my perspective, my history too. You know, I've been involved in some of these things. Like, I ain't going front. So I think about that stuff. So this is crazy, y'all. I mean, I can't even sugarcoat it. Y'all know. I mean, unless you've been like literally under a rock, and that rock probably had Wi-Fi too, so you know. Talking about, you know, I guess we start there. We start there with Roe versus Wade being overturned. You know, and this is, I don't know. I've seen a lot of information over the last couple of days where it's like, it's getting, I don't even know what to call it. Like, it's
getting out of hand.
It's giving real Handmaid's Tale. That's what it's giving.
Yeah. It's I mean, like, nah, we're talking about like, we're going backwards so fast.
Absolutely.
And
now they're going after contraceptive care. Like,
so this, and I think like we've talked about this, Indy. This is not the end, y'all. This is not the end. They put the pieces in place to make this happen, you know. And here's what I say: like, the evil people, you know, we talking about the evil whites. They've been playing this long game for a while. They've been playing chess with this, putting the justices in place, you know, putting the right people, you know, really playing the game. They do what they for their perspective, they do what they got to do. And that's one thing that kind of frustrates me, because I feel like the other side of the fence, the people that's supposed to be defending this stuff, have been way too nice about it.
I think we should have started this off first with saying fuck Clarence Thomas, period.
Can we, all of them here?
Yeah. I think honestly, I think we got to say all of them.
All of them, but Clarence Thomas is the worst of them all.
We knew
and he's a rapist, so it's like, really?
I ain't know that.
No, okay. So history, him being appointed was huge controversy back in the day. We're talking about, this was early '90s, early mid '90s. For him to be appointed, because I think it was first Bush administration, I think it was.
Okay.
He had a woman named Anita Hill came out and accused him of sexual harassment before his being appointed. They had to deal with that. They went through all of that before him even being appointed as a justice. That came up. So if you ever heard about that, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Also, can we talk about his wife?
Oh,
was also one of the people who helped with January 6th.
Yeah.
Right.
And she provided buses for the people.
Right. And then also now she's trying to like finesse her way like into making decisions for the country.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck him.
Well, this is because he's a plant. He's a coon. He's on their side.
Or as my Nana used to say, spook by the door.
Wow.
He's always been on their side though. That's the thing. He's always been on their side. Again, Republican Trump appointee.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say someone young, a little younger than y'all, that, like me, that doesn't really know everything about that because he was like, I was probably just born. I was probably like 1 when he was appointed.
Yeah.
Like I was definitely a toddler when he was appointed.
When was he appointed?
In fact, I'm about to pull it up. Second black, longest he's been in 30 years. Served since
91.
91. Yeah.
Right. I wasn't born yet.
Yeah.
We was little babes. I mean, we weren't little babes, but we were young.
Yeah, we were young. But I'll tell you,
Right.
I was old enough to remember because I remember Anita Hill. I remember that.
I learned about Anita Hill from my parents.
I learned about
my mom.
Yeah, I learned about Anita Hill from the news, honestly.
Yeah. So it's he's nasty. Look, let's just keep it a buck. He's nasty. You know, like this is how you know. You ever see how the black community has never celebrated Clarence Thomas?
Never.
You never see him on anything. You never see his name come up in the black community. You never see him celebrated. Like, never gets an award. People don't seek him. You don't hear him speak.
Not even for Black History Month.
Never. Never.
Jeez.
Never. Think about those things.
That says a lot.
Think about the second black person to ever been appointed to the Supreme Court after Thurgood Marshall.
I was just about to say Thurgood Marshall really is the only one that we celebrated.
As he should be.
Absolutely.
We celebrated Ruth.
Yeah.
Ruth
way more than we celebrated Black guy.
Right.
We need Ruth now more than ever.
That's how crazy this is. So we already know he a sucker. Like we know he not for us. And he's showing his true colors now. And that's why I say they played they waited the long game. They waited till they had enough people in there to start talking big shit. Now they out there because now they got the numbers. They can do this.
Right.
The other two, the Trump appointees in them.
I reflect back to when Trump appointed I cannot remember her name, the Catholic chick.
Amy Cohen Barrett.
Yeah.
I just remember getting blocked by a dude I was talking to because I said fuck her.
And he blocked you for that?
He blocked me because he believed in abortion, but he's Catholic. So Catholics do believe, you know, they believe in that you should not. He was pro-life. I meant to say he didn't believe in abortion. So Catholics are pro-life, not pro-choice, which is why, you know, Hobby Lobby and Chick-fil-A, they don't offer, even when you work for a Catholic hospital, they don't offer contraceptive care at all. But like he was pro-life and he also was a Trump supporter. That was a huge risk. And so like when they appointed her, I was like, oh, fuck her. And he was like, you're blocked.
Yeah.
And Biden, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Good riddance.
The question, even with her, like, she has no business in that seat.
Right.
She was nowhere near the most qualified person for the job.
Right.
But she was one of the good boys. She was one of them. She was on their side.
Right. She played her cards in the right places.
As a woman, it's very disappointing because I personally don't understand why. I don't understand why any woman would be like, oh, no, it's not right for a woman to choose what to do with her body. It's her fucking body. It's my uterus. It's not yours. It's mine.
Right.
So in a there was a lot of gynecologists making valid points, like, because abortion is illegal, point blank. You cannot get an abortion regardless of your situation. You can't get it. And there are some women where if it came to a matter of life and death,
right,
like you have to have an abortion and they're telling you no, too bad, too sad. If it's God's will, it's God's will. No, that's bullshit. I don't want to hear it. Pardon the curse words, but if you was
I tell it like it is.
The anger, like you really sitting up here trying to tell me what to do with my body, and it has nothing to do with you. If you don't know, I'm not even gonna go there.
I mean, we can go there.
No,
because like
it's gonna go dark.
I know why, right?
Right.
But I've never quite been able to digest why abortion has been such a huge issue in this country.
Because apparently it's they always say separate church from state, but I really don't feel like that's the thing.
I don't think that's the thing here.
They talked about a whole bunch of stuff that was in the Bible, and I'm just like,
but like no. Let's talk about America and how we consistently contradict ourselves on.
I was about to say.
Thing. So, for example, abortion. Now we're talking about fetuses, right? So we say no, that's a life. You got to protect that life, right? We consistently kill niggas.
Thank you. That's what I said. So it's okay to kill children.
Death penalty. I don't care what the person did, we still kill them, right? Murder. That's murder, right?
Right.
No matter what, we judge them and we come up with their penalty, and that's part of it, right? 1, 2, our cops can still use lethal force.
Right.
So the cops, again, can determine that they can take someone's life, right?
Right.
So again, we're all talking about life here, right?
But
why is one life valued more than another here? If you're going to because they get real technical and real to semantics when it comes to this abortion thing. But why don't we do that in other aspects of our culture and society?
Right.
It comes directly from our government, so that's what I'm saying. Like, why do we hang our hat? Why do they fight so much for this one, but the other ones is okay?
Right. We don't take care of veterans. Like
no, not at all.
We don't take care of the babies that are born out of rape and incest. We don't there's so many layers to this because I feel like they've been created, and it could be I want to say it could be simple, but also it can't.
But it's layered at this point, right? It's so layered. And that's where so to have this, I'm like, I don't know where this is. Like, it just seems like such a ulterior motive that I can't quite figure out what the ulterior motive is here.
Really, something bigger is coming. But I'm glad you said that they don't care about veterans, because I mean, I heard it, but I never experienced it until just recently with my uncle's funeral. And for veterans that are not active duty, they only give you $700 for benefits to bury them, because they'll give you VA benefits to bury them, but it's only $700. Wow. And a funeral can cost anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000, and you're only giving $700 for somebody who put their life on the line for this country. Right. It's not enough to cremate, because it was like 22 and some change to cremate, and that barely scratched the surface. I'm just like, wow, that's wild.
And then on top of that, you better not be gay. You better not be black. You better not be you better not have a pre-existing condition. Like, well, tell me how that's pro-life.
Well, this is why I tell you this, like, the evil whites, the people that really hold the power in this country, do not give a shit about anything other than themselves. Right. That is how it's always been here.
You see how things are unraveling, right? More and more does my plan to leave here sound good, don't it?
I'm telling you, like, and this is the crazy part. Like, I was watching, like, stuff really is making sense, Like, I saw this whole theory, people were talking about, like, the Civil War. Like, I think I sent y'all that video, right?
I saw that.
All that.
it makes a lot of sense where we're talking about like there were no losers in the Civil War. The South never took an L. They were never punished. They were able to go back to what they were doing. The compromises were made. And this is an ongoing thing. Like those values, everything that they fought for are still part of our culture.
Not only that, they were compensated.
But that's the thing. So like I said, the compromises, the compensation, nothing really ended. There was no real resolution. Okay, yeah, the abolishment of slavery wasn't really the resolution because they got compensated. They just transformed it into something else. Prison system, blah blah blah, all that stuff we still got to fight today, right?
Right.
So they just figured out a way to jazz it up and juke the system a little bit and keep this stuff going, right? So here we are now today, still fighting these fights.
Right.
I think this whole abortion thing is really about asserting their dominance again.
Oh, 100%. And I'll tell you why. Because there have been a lot of videos that have come out like on social media about white replacement theory, about how white people are becoming a minority.
Yeah, I think that's still a small piece of it though.
It is, but also like I think it's only a small part of it, but also at the same time, like they're really like trying to accentuate that so that they can rally their base and
I think that's
try to do something about it.
I think that's part of it because they've been fighting for abortion laws way before that theory even came out.
Why do they care so much about abortion and same-sex marriage? Why is
because it goes against their value system.
It's crazy to me.
And that's
or think about it, maybe population.
I don't think they care about population.
They don't care about that white people are about to become a minority.
Really, I really have heard that a lot of people are pissed off about the fact that white people and people will complain. They feel like white people are becoming the minority, which I think is crazy. But
I think
and especially okay, real quick. And I know you guys have done this because I know I'm not the only person that's done this. When you walk into a certain place, you look around. What's the first thing you say?
Yeah, who's here?
I always look for black people.
Yeah,
right.
But we've always had to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? We usually, in most cases, we usually find it, right?
Yeah.
We'll find at least one other one.
What, black person?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And then oh yeah, because I've definitely been the only black kid in a class. But also at the same time, like white people don't have to do that.
No, and that's where I think part of this is them starting to feel that way, right?
Right.
But in the grand scheme of things, do we really think abortions is the way to cut them numbers back?
Nah, that's what I said. I feel like there's something else coming in.
Yeah.
This is just something small. And you notice that everybody is rallying behind what's going on and you're not paying attention. So I was like, what happened to COVID? Because they don't really talk about COVID that much in the media anymore, but
that's real.
It's definitely smoke and mirrors, They make you angry with this and we're not paying attention to what's going on anywhere else because we're so focused on what happened with abortion. But I think something else is coming, something bigger. Y'all ain't prepared.
I think it's I think this is one part of the plan. That's why they've been on social media. The senators, the Republican senators, even Clarence Thomas, bitch ass himself, they've been on social media talking about, okay, Brown versus Board of Education is next. They want to. How we going to congress? So I think all of these now, when you start putting all these things together, it's time to get the hell out of here.
Right.
Like,
but also real quick, going back to Brown versus Board, I know for a fact that's going to kill them because who does the best in school?
But see, we got to think about not just school. Now you got to start thinking about the money, federal funding, things like that. That's why one thing that some of those laws and stuff they're already starting to repeal. The federal funding gets attached to those things too.
You think if they if they went back to segregated schools, then white colleges is going to struggle because that's a lot of their black athletes.
Right.
Well,
the Ohio State University isn't going to be the Ohio State University anymore.
Facts. Pause. Hold on. Sorry to jump off subject really quick, but did y'all watch the BET Awards last night?
Hold on. We're going to get there in a second. Hold on.
Okay.
But y'all make up a good point. This is why I think this is part of a bigger issue that the evil whites don't understand. Mm-hmm. I think there's two groups of evil whites, right? I think there's the evil whites in power, mm-hmm. that small 1% that control the money, that control the power and everything.
Right.
Then you have the rest of the evil whites, the evil racist whites, middle America, the average mm-hmm. white person that's racist. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The people in power, evil whites, don't give a shit about the average ones either.
But the lower evil whites don't know that.
They don't know that, and they're getting bamboozled too.
Right.
So when we start talking about all these things changing, they don't understand. They're going to get hurt by this too. Mm-hmm. They don't understand. They still don't understand the previous administration. Some of the stuff they've been hurt by already.
Especially if you cut welfare.
Cut welfare. That's what I'm saying. They believe the Kool-Aid. They believe the hype worse than any of us.
They drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh, the lower class whites are the heavy.
That's what I'm saying, man. They believe. So they're the ones thinking that. They think we're the issue. They think we're the ones on welfare. We think no, it's your cousin and them, it's your brother and them, your half brother, cousin that you slept with. Them.
I'm mad.
So once these things start going backwards, they're gonna start to see the separation and divide within their own communities as well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like it's going to get really, really, really divided. Everyone thinks it's just a black-white divide. No. It's going to get divided amongst even the other races too, even the white people.
Right.
So go ahead and start repealing those things. Like we got schools.
Right.
The one thing we're going to struggle with, we got higher education. Mm-hmm. We don't have the lower education.
Right.
You know, you're going to start segregating because here's what's going to happen too. If you really go back to segregation, now you start talking about the black spending, the dollar, the black spending power. Mm-hmm. They'll segregate us and still try to come after ours too.
Right.
So people
not only that, they'll actively. Not only will they come after us, they'll actively like watch what we're doing and try to copy it.
Not even just watch. They will not let us fully segregate. Mark my words.
They won't. I'm
Tulsa,
telling you, the colleges,
Oklahoma, all over again. They want that.
Because colleges definitely struggle.
But that's what I'm saying. Once we go over here and we good over here,
right?
They'll suffer from that more than anybody.
Right.
Like I said, you really want to start segregating? Go ahead and segregate the NBA, dog.
Go ahead and
segregate the NFL. Man. That's what I'm saying. Go back to college sports. Look at the big universities and what is their primary money maker? Mm-hmm. Athletics. Mm-hmm. Like you said, go ahead, Ohio State. Let's go and take our brothers over there down there to Deion and Jackson State,
right,
and see what happens to your bum ass football team now. Things is going to shift.
Right, y'all gonna lose funding.
Go ahead, University of Kentucky. Go ahead, Duke. When we take the basketball players,
yeah,
and y'all make 10, 15, $20 million a year, more than that off the sport. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. We're gonna take our brothers over here. We're gonna go over here down here to Howard now. Mm-hmm. What y'all gonna do with that?
Not right. Howard. Let's go to Hampton or something. We don't need to go to Howard.
Either way, I know. Either way, but we
Morgan State.
But I think also too, if we started focusing back on our own, our colleges will begin to flourish again too.
All right, I believe that.
So
it's crazy. When you said that, it just made me think of other HBCUs, and I'm like, there's a lot of HBCUs popping up that I didn't even know were around because everybody only talks about the main heavy hitters, Howard being number one. Mm-hmm. But like, there's one in Georgia. I think it's called Albany.
There's so many.
I just did not know that. I didn't even know that was an HBCU.
Right. Looking y'all, see you up there. There's a bunch up there.
Right. The ones immediately I think of are Howard, Hampton,
Clark Atlanta, Spelman,
Clark,
Morehouse.
There's way more than that. Think about we in
I
Maryland.
know.
Morgan.
I'm just saying, like,
Morgan, right?
Morgan,
Yeah,
Coppin,
Morgan.
Eastern Shore,
Mm-hmm.
Howard down there, Hampton's down there in Virginia. You know, there's a couple schools right there up in PA, in the border of PA.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Cheney.
yeah. So
Right.
like even around here, Bowie State, you know,
Right.
right down the street.
I just really didn't know. I was like, you know, they always talk about the main ones, but you just really didn't know.
But that's the problem too.
So
So that's what I'm saying. So like,
it's Tuskegee one too, right?
I think so. Yeah.
That's the home of the vets, the black vets. I need more
about,
black veterinarians to come out, please.
If you Google HBCUs in this country, like there's a lot of HBCUs. That's what I'm saying. We'll be fine. We just gotta get some elementary schools, some middle schools, and some high schools up there and get them straight.
I mean, we got some in the hood,
but I also think too now
underfunded.
Now talking about like
true,
but start taking the best and brightest of every industry, best and brightest black people in every industry, and we start focusing back on ourselves. Now we take the best teachers and start focusing on back on ourselves. We get the best doctors. We take the best of all of us, and we go back to our corner and we go play.
Okay with it, because I really want a black doctor. I really want a black vet. I want a black dentist. I want a black gynecologist. Like, I don't want to have to drive to Virginia just to get a black gynecologist.
That's what I'm saying. So like, imagine, that's what I'm saying. Like, that benefits us more than anything.
Right.
But the problem is they would not let us do it. They will not let us go back and take our money and everything back over there.
Right.
We've seen this before. We've seen this movie before. We've seen this play out. Tulsa, they killed everybody.
They and it's like you said before.
Like,
Seneca Valley.
If we did separate, they're not gonna leave us alone. Because look what happened when George Floyd and they were talking about black designers and dang it, I cannot think. I don't want to say the name of the company wrong, but the dude with the bags with the T on it, and like everybody and their mom started buying his bags. And look at the Black History Museum in DC, as on the line be mad white people.
Yeah, I've been there several times.
It's like
I've been there.
Somebody was saying the Juneteenth celebration, the line was over an hour long, but white people were the main ones in the front. And she was like, yo, it's our holiday. Let us go in first. And y'all come in next.
Right.
But they won't.
So they won't
for
leave
once.
us alone.
Like, we would literally have to like get up out of here.
Fight.
And the problem with that is a lot of black people don't see the value in that and they're not going to leave.
And there's too many interracial couples.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. So like, we got to have the cookout list. Like, I got family members who are white. I got some of my good friends are white. Like, and I feel for them because not all white people are bad. We said that before. And now they stuck in a situation where they get looked at from their own people sideways. You know, like they gotta have that too. And that's not right for them either. Like, that's why I call them the evil whites.
They can come. They know, but they know who they are. They know the ones.
Right. But also at the same time, like, imagine we did leave and then we say, oh yeah, we'll take some of y'all. And then like they have to like there was an episode of Atlanta where there was so it was an alumnus that came back to his high school and said, okay, we're changing everything here and I'm gonna pay for your tuition, but only if you're black. And then like people were trying to prove that they were black. That's what I'm saying. Like all races were literally trying
DNA test.
But that's the problem with that. It's impossible now to do that. It's impossible to, like, once you start putting up those types of restrictions and stuff.
Right.
Like,
I mean, for certain scholarships, you got to do it. Like, you can't get an Asian scholarship without showing that you're at least a percentage of Asian.
Yeah, but I think also too, I think that part we start talking about like separating like people in terms of like residency and stuff like that. Like, I mean, it could be done. I guess I'm wrong. I'll be wrong with that, you know. But then we play the same game everyone else is doing.
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's okay for us. I think that's the problem with us, is we don't want to be like every other race. No, we should be. We should be.
To a certain degree, but
we get treated. We are. I swear, we are the only race that gets treated like shit. Every race wants to be superior, including the Hispanic race, which is wild to me because it's like some of y'all are Afro Latinas. It's like we get treated like shit, but we always want to take the high road and be the bigger person. Everybody says Black people will welcome anyone. We will welcome anyone, but we get treated the worst. So why can't we flip the tables and be like, fuck you? Pardon my language again.
Because that's the difference between going home and a bullet.
I'm taking the low road.
But not only, no.
You're not coming into my island.
But that's the problem. African Americans don't have their own spot.
Well, I'm telling you, when I hit the lottery, y'all are more than welcome to join me, because I promise you, if I hit the lottery and they drop me some billions, I'm out of here. I'm starting my own island. We looked up the prices the last time we talked about this. Like,
yes, we
I'm
did.
out. Y'all are more than welcome to come. Y'all are invited.
And I think that's also I think that's also the falsehood.
I'll definitely take a one-way ticket to Yendi Land.
Because I promise you, when that comet hit and they make that rocket, y'all ain't gonna be on it. They're gonna make sure we not on there.
Right.
Because we're gonna mess up their perfect new world. We ain't gonna be on it. My mom used to tell us that when we was little. I thought she was crazy. But that shit is real life. It's gonna happen. Y'all need to be prepared.
Right.
I think I'd be good here. And
yeah.
I think I'd rather face the consequence. I think I'd rather face that consequence. But here's the problem though. Like, America has sold everyone who comes there on this lie. Oh yeah,
the American dream.
Mm-hmm.
The American dream is the biggest okie doke of all time.
Yep, and it's
bullshit.
So that's why I think when everyone comes here, when everyone travels to the country, they're trying to be top dog here because that's what they've been told they can be.
Mm-hmm.
You can be whatever you want to be. You can make it here. You can do all that. And then when you get here, it's like the bait and switch. Where people are like, oh, nah, wait, you thought what? Nah, get back in line over here.
Right.
Apparently Indians do, because the girl who does my mom's nails was telling her, like, they have a thing where Indians come to America, they give them like a little package.
Who gives them a package?
The government gives them a package. I mean, she kind of out there, so I don't know 100% how all of that is true, but she said that's what happens. Like, they get a house, they get set up.
They get a bag.
But why are you raising your hand? Just say it.
That don't happen, y'all. That don't happen. It doesn't come from the government. It comes from their own community.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. I mean,
I would think so.
Apparently, she said they got some type of agreement. Stop raising your hand.
No.
I think Kenny want to volunteer.
No, we talking about Native Americans. We talking about Indians from.
Nah, we talking about Indians from India, not Native Americans. They've been here.
I know what I'm saying, but no, there's actually things in place for Native Americans that they can take advantage of in programs like that. But no, you don't get a house when you come here because you're Indian. Now, I can tell you that because I have friends who are Indian.
I don't think it's a house.
But I mean, there's no monetary package for that either.
Like some money or something, a stipend, I guess they get.
No, they don't get a stipend.
Well, what if they do and we didn't know? And she just told us. Now she's gonna die because I put her business out there. But like,
I know because I grew up in that community.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go ask my neighbor.
Right. I can call my homie right now and be like, "Hey, y'all get the bag."
Like, girl, did you get something for moving here? Right. I mean, because she done moved her whole squad. Like,
because what happened started
off was just her, but now her whole squad.
They play the game.
Mm-hmm.
One person comes here. This is what most other nationalities do because they're close-knit communities,
right?
And they support each other. So one person will come here, they make money to start sending family over. And then when they get here, they support each other until each family can grow and flourish.
Right.
That they take advantage of the systems and things are here. That's why what do? They go to school. Education is a very important thing. So when it comes down to it, they took advantage of the scholarship system. They took advantage of big scholars and stuff like that.
Like, leave
also,
now.
they were allowed to take advantage of the opportunities that they were given. We weren't given those opportunities.
You know what's funny is that that was like a thing that they used to say that people who came in from Africa would say about the Blacks who already existed here in the United States. They would say that we were lazy and that we never took advantage of anything that was offered to us. And I'm like, wait till y'all just live here for some time. Y'all gonna find out it's
that's
ghetto
not true.
here.
That's not
ghetto.
But that's also the propaganda and media that they're fed to.
Right. That's all we see on TV.
And that's what I'm saying. We talked about that too. They in Africa, all they see is niggas here acting crazy and stupid and killing each other. So when they come to
and then on
on
the opposite end, what do they see? Like, what do you see here? Like
we talk about Africans in huts,
right,
and walking around with spears and stuff. We think it's primal over there. You know.
And meanwhile, they have a nicer house than you do.
Facts. So, I mean,
have you
on that Netflix show?
Let me tell you about my uncle's house in Nigeria. Like, imagine my room, but also I have my own personal bathroom inside of my room.
Nigeria is beautiful. I've seen it. I watched Nollywood movies.
Wait till you actually get to go there.
Because think about it.
That's too long of a flight for me.
Because if African Americans here in Black,
that's 12 hours. It's 12 hours.
That's too long on a plane.
We can do this. Yeti, we can do
this. I can't. No, I promise you I can't.
How you gonna get to the island then?
Barbados ain't that far. Oh, well, I was thinking about Barbados.
Don't give them the sauce. Don't give them the sauce.
No, I'm telling you.
You think my island would be a long flight? Will it be worth it? Because I'm never coming back.
That's the thing. But you're gonna leave. You have to. But the overall thing here is that, think about it. If Africans and Black Americans here actually got along and agreed and linked up, that makes us stronger. There's a reason why we're put against each other. We're constantly put against each other. We're constantly fed to be put against so that we don't come together.
I think it's more than just if it was just Africans. I think it should be everybody. Blacks, Hispanic, Indian. Right. We should all Native Americans.
Well, that goes back to our original point. If they already scared about the numbers dwindling now, what the hell you think they're going to do when we all linked up?
Right. Because I've had so many conversations with a lot of my friends ask, like, going through school, a lot of my friends ask me, so bro, I know you're African, like, do you guys really hate us? And like, I have to tell them, no, it's not like that. I don't think it's ever been like that for me. Like,
that's the narrative that they push, though, is that Africans hate us.
Well, they push it both ways. Again,
I we didn't want to be here. We was forced here.
Who's pushing the scenario?
Right. But also, like, at the same time, you said, we, like, y'all were forced, we were forced here. But also, at the same time, why should I look down on you? Because, like, that's not a reason for me to look down on you. My parents came here for a better opportunity. And I can see from both of y'all right now that y'all are creating a better opportunity for yourselves. Why wouldn't I see that and want to do what you guys are doing?
But
I heard that from the lady who used to do my hair, my braids. Like, she was Nigerian, so she the one who told me about how that Africans just don't feel like we took advantage of the opportunities here. And I'm just like, what opportunities, sis? Because I gotta pick you up before you do my hair.
Right.
But
that's the thing. We're even having this conversation because the evil whites have done this to us.
Right.
And that's not to sound militant, but here we are. Who controls media?
Whites.
So
it's just funny that you call them evil whites. And I think of the episode that one of the episodes when we talked about now why all white people are bad. Right.
but also at the same time,
now we're doing this without the disclaimer, like, we know now all white people are bad.
No, we did that show.
Just like the evil whites.
that show was long gone.
That show was our disclaimer. If you need a disclaimer, you go back and listen to whatever episode that was.
Right. But also, like, at the same time, like, we know how, like, you have to go out of your way to make that known, because if I don't know that about you, you're the ops right now. I can't trust you.
I just feel like if you know if you don't fit in that category, then you're not offended by this episode. I just how I feel.
That's another thing. That's another.
Yeah, and that's why most people know. The ones who need to know, they know who they are. They're secure where they stand.
Absolutely.
And I rock with you, and I love you for it. You know,
absolutely.
If you're offended by being called the evil white, this is for you.
I don't even want to, but even those, you still have to be careful. I don't know if she'll ever listen to this podcast episode, and I don't want to put her on blast, but I'm gonna just have to. My mom has a best friend. Fuck that. I'm putting her on blast. I'm not gonna say her name. Mm-hmm. She has a best friend. They've been best friends for mad long. She never came off as the ops. Never. And she voted for Trump because she's a Republican. Mm-hmm. This was before she knew all the fuckery with Trump. Mm-hmm. But then she felt like she didn't need to, she just felt like she can't support him because she has a Black friend. Right. So then she got fired from her job because of something that she said to a person. They took that as her being racist. And I said to my mom, like, that's wild that they would think she was racist because, she has a Black best friend. But she said something to my mom. She said, well, the whites are becoming the minority. And my mom was like, the fuck did you just say? And she was like, oh, I'm just kidding. And she hasn't talked to her since. So I'm just like, even the ones that you think were your friends, are you starting to realize that they are the ops too? But you got to be careful.
I think, yes.
That's real. That's real.
I think there's a lot going on in the white community too. Mm-hmm. Like I said,
there's got to be, because you got to start, like, especially if it wasn't for, like, if you weren't questioning it when Trump won the election, then you have to be questioning it at least by now. Well, because and when I say that, I mean, like, you really have to set yourself, you actively have to set yourself apart, because if you, like I said, if you don't, I see you as ops.
This girl on TikTok said it best. Trump had to win to be in the White House. It had to be done because people had to see what this country was truly about. I think COVID was also something that we needed, because you need to see how shitty the healthcare system is. Just like everything with George Floyd. And I know that killings of Blacks from police officers have been going on for a long time, but George Floyd, you had to see it because you need to see how fucked up this country truly is. This right now going on with Roe versus Wade, you had to see it. Right. It's a fucking eye opener. Sorry to keep cursing. I'm angry. But it's an eye opener.
It's okay.
Open your eyes. Pay attention to what's going on. Vote. Right. That's important. We need to vote.
Oh, man. So there's
and it's not Joe. This is not Joe Biden's fault.
No. So
it's not.
Hold on. Before you even get to Biden. Everything you're saying is true, right?
Absolutely.
At some point you have to, like the old saying, you got to cut the grass and the snakes will show, right? Like every now and then history has to happen, so you can see the people around you. Like I said, like Trump, that was a big thing, even though it's some shitty times, but we had to see who was who around us. And that's why I say white people are going through stuff, because they've never had to deal with this before. White privilege was being in question. White privilege is changing. We calling it out now. We calling the bullshit. We seeing it now. So there's a lot of people who they've been able to live with the blinders on and going about their business. And so now stuff happens and they had to pick a side. Like you said, Trump had to happen. You had to pick a side. Right. I don't care if you were Republican or not. You're going to roll with him because you were Republican or not because it's not right. So we had to start seeing them people. We had to see them. All this stuff that's going on now, we have to see who's who. They have to decide. Right. They have to make a decision on how they're going to roll. Roe versus Wade, this is another one. You got to see how people are going to roll around you.
And this is like in that, like, since Trump was president, we got to see like how much bullshit the government is, because we got to see like We got to see like some of the processes that they go through.
Yes.
So
this is history, which you should have learned.
But here's the problem.
They don't teach you that anymore.
Right. That's true.
They never did.
Well, people need to stop blaming Biden for everything, because it's like all of it. But you see, I think that people need to open their eyes and realize that the government thinks you're stupid, especially the Black community. The government thinks you're dumb.
Absolutely.
They know that you don't understand how government works. So anything that happens, they already know that we're going to blame Biden and his ratings are going to go down. I mean, the Black vote is the biggest vote. Mm-hmm. And they know that if we see all of this stuff going down, they know that Biden's ratings are going to drop, and that we're going to, like you said yourself, people are saying, well, maybe it was better when we had Trump in office. Are you kidding me? If we're not going to talk about how many people died from COVID, let's talk about how racist he was, and he came out and said racist things. Like, why would you think he's better?
And the crazy part is, they think everybody's stupid. Right. They're not even just the Black people. They talk, like I said, middle America. They think they stupid too. Mm-hmm. They come out and blatantly say stuff that they know is incorrect, that they know is not true, right? But they know people believe it.
Yeah, but our vote is the most important, though.
It is. But here's the issue: we don't do a damn thing, and that's why these things continue to happen. We get in here, we talk all the time, we see it all the time. There's no excuse now. You see it now. People used to hide behind, oh, I don't follow politics, I don't watch the news. No, everything is up front, exposed to you now as you speak. There is no more excuse for you to hide behind that you can't pay attention to this stuff. Mm-hmm. I promise you are affected by this stuff some way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. Can't hide behind it anymore, dog. So then the problem is, what the hell are you going to do about it?
Right.
And every Black person has to come to that conversation with themselves. And what are you going to do? The issue is, we constantly sit by and do nothing. We talk all this shit. We get all out, like Jadakiss said. We get mad, throw some chairs, and then they ride us out, tell us go somewhere. Like we do that. We'll go protest for a week. We'll go talk shit for a week, and then as soon as we get tired of something else comes up that draws our attention away, we go back home. Mm-hmm. We do nothing.
Juneteenth is a great example.
Take this holiday, go sit down and shut up.
Right. That's what I say about Juneteenth. You know, we need to have a Lawrence Fishburne moment. I need him to go to the middle of the courtyard and ring the bell and yell, "Wake up!" And if you don't know what movie that is, my heart hurts for you.
We and this is why, like, I'm gonna say this: we have no one to blame at this point but ourselves. We can continue to blame them, right? But there are things we can do right now that would improve our situations. Mm-hmm. We can. We talk about this shit all the time. But here we are. I constantly have conversation with my own friends, and I'm starting to pull away from some people. If you don't know what time it is, I can't do it.
Right.
Everybody comfortable, even Black people, and this is what really annoys me. I'm gonna say this too. Everybody talks about poor Black people. They got issues, but I got a lot of upper middle class Black friends that are real comfortable too. Mm-hmm. And because they got a good little job, they got a little spot, they think shit is sweet.
It's not.
And all skin phone get careful.
And they getting real. They don't do anything either though. That's the problem. Right. They won't get up off their ass either. You know. And so now I'm starting to hear it from them. Oh, gas prices high. Gas prices. Shut up.
There's a reason for that.
Because somebody tell me the reason, because I'm still trying to figure it out.
Talking about gas prices?
Yes.
Oh, because they want to.
Yeah.
The cost of crude oil and stuff hasn't really changed much over the last year.
Everything is up.
But
rent,
gas. There's been numbers to show the price between last year and this year, what they're paying for barrel. Mm-hmm. And it's not really up that much to justify the increase they're charging us. No, they're just getting fat off of us right now. Mm-hmm. They're eating good because they're
taking advantage of like what's going on.
But where's the accountability? Where's supposed to be our accountability that's supposed to monitor business and say, hey dog, they over there playing y'all. We have the average American that can't do that.
Right. Listen, this country is in debt. So
you start questioning shit.
Who was it that said we're in debt? Was it you that said we're in debt to China? Somebody told me that.
We're in debt to everyone. We're trillions of dollars in debt.
They said
people.
that. Sure. They said China owns us. I can't remember who told me that. Was it you?
I think so. Yeah, because if China said, "Hey, dog, we need that bread right now,"
right?
We asked out.
We basically about to get repoed.
They said, "Hey, dog, hey, we need that. Remember
I
that
need
$1 billion? Remember that $1 trillion we let y'all hold last month?
I'm gonna need some of that.
I think the problem with America is this country. Everybody that lives in this country thinks, mainly the white people, they think this country is so big and bad, and that we're the best country ever. Like we're the favorite cousin, but meanwhile, the whole world hates us.
No, we're that child that like was had out of wedlock.
Mm-hmm.
That like isn't.
Like Gil Scott.
Oh,
Gil Scott, her own said, was an illegitimate daughter.
30 trillion.
I was about to say, like, we're that illegitimate child that like was had out of wedlock that like one of our parents doesn't really fuck with us.
They got the bad child in the divorce.
No, America's the bully with mental health issues, but we got the biggest gun. That's all we are. We just hold the biggest gun right now, so you can't really say nothing to it.
Oh, are we Bishop?
Nah, we worse than Bishop. We there. Why can't I hold the gun? Because I already got it. That's another movie I need to know. But no, that's what we are right now.
Yeah, America is the illegitimate daughter of the mother country.
Yeah, 30 trillion. Oh, 30 trillion in debt right now.
Sheesh.
That rounds out to debt per citizen. We're almost talking about $92,000 per citizen. Right. Break it down numbers like that.
That's why we ain't never gonna get our reparations.
Right. And guess what? We don't. It's not Thanos that we owe.
Did you say not Thanos?
It's not. That's a joke that goes around the timeline.
Might be a little easier. Shoot, if we did.
I'll let Thanos take me now because I don't know what.
Can we say? Is it too early? Is it too soon to say Thanos was right?
I've been feeling this way but also at the same time, like I feel like I would have been taken.
Well, I mean, random selection, right? Like,
was it? Because I volunteered to go. Please take me.
I think if you think about what he was really trying to say, and think about how we drain resources, and how what we put on this planet, we can't even talk about the universe. Let's talk about the planet right now.
Mm-hmm.
He might be right.
It wasn't only Thanos too. What's his name said it too. Dan, who did the Avengers fight? This was before
Ultron.
Yes, Voltron too.
Ultron was trying to get rid of the humans because he said we're the ones killing the planet.
We're flawed.
We're the issue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, look at this country right now. Who's killing us?
Mm-hmm.
It's us, humans.
I'm saying they value an unborn life more than they value a child's life that's already here. Because
I'm telling you, if you pay attention to the animals, they know what's up. There's a reason.
I don't know, because Romeo be sending me mixed signals, so I can't say.
Because Romeo has Stockholm syndrome. There's a reason why elephants are trying to kill us and come back and spit on our graves and stuff too. Right? It's us. We foul out here. So I don't know.
Go back and watch This Is America, the music video from Childish Gambino. That'll tell you a lot.
Yeah, so all that to say, it's in front of our faces, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's madness, is crazy, but yes, one of the things we can do, make your ass out there and vote.
Definitely vote.
There's a reason. There's a direct reason why the Supreme Court justices are in place, because we had the wrong people in offices who put them in place in the first. So if you don't think your vote matters, here you are.
Even though this is not a presidential election, this vote is very important.
Absolutely.
Do not want the Republicans to take over. It's a wrap for everything.
Absolutely.
Because okay, let's go into that real quick. Because now, even though Roe vs. Wade was overturned, now it becomes a state issue. So now we start talking local politics. So now you need the right local politicians in place, because they can start making issues at the state level.
In Pennsylvania already having a big issue because they're trying to make the person running out to be a weakling.
So here I can tell you right now, just so y'all know, if you don't know by now, there's certain states where abortions are still legal.
PA is up in the air.
Let's go through it.
I'm gonna give
Let's go in there.
Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Alaska, Hawaii, New Mexico, Colorado, Minnesota, Illinois, Maryland, DC, New Jersey, New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, Maine. PA right now is uncertain. They kind of up in the air with their law.
Right.
Until our governor leaves and it's a wrap.
But that's the thing. So this is why the locals are becoming important.
Mm-hmm.
Get the wrong dude in office, they overturn it in your state.
Right, because right now they're trying to get him kicked out of office and his term is almost over.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's because he locked us down for COVID. Like, y'all mad because he tried to say, but we could have had more deaths than anything, but we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But you think they would be grateful?
Right.
Dirtbags.
I want to shout out one of my history teachers, Miss Abe's house, because she taught us about federalism, national, state, and local. And she talks about how the local is the most important because they make the laws around in your community.
That's what I'm saying. So like even when federal mandates and stuff, there's still a way for states to make certain things happen.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be really, really important, especially for women who are seeking to get abortions, because they're going to have to start traveling to these states now.
Right. Shout out to Dick's Sporting Goods, though. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That they are offering $4,000 to employees who have to travel for an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
And you get like a counselor.
That's a real thing. I think I don't know if I told the story on this podcast before. The last time I had to teach some doctors, it was at an abortion clinic. I didn't realize there was an abortion clinic until I got there. And there was a young lady in there, and she might have been 17, 18. She came up with her I was talking to her grandmother, and they came from Georgia. And because even at that point it was iffy in Georgia, and this was earlier this year.
Wow.
Think about that. Now you got to travel up to DC. You got to stay in DC. You got to pay for the abortion. It's a whole thing. Like that's a life-changing thing.
Right.
I think they don't really know what you have to go through before you can actually get an abortion, because Planned Parenthood does make you watch that video.
I think they had to come up twice, because you had to come do the consultation.
Yep, and you have to watch the video.
So think about it. Now you had to drive from Georgia to DC, once, stay, go back home, come back up, actually go through it, then go back home. Like, people ain't living like that. People ain't got that kind of money to just be running around doing that stuff.
Right.
You know how it's not as bad as when we were younger. I mean, it's still bad, but we used to have this abortion clinic where I grew up, and I remember when I went with my best friend to get her abortion, and we were young, like I'm talking about 14 years old.
Jeez.
And she was getting an abortion. And I just remember it was a scary experience, because one, we're 14. Two, is the people out there calling you names, throwing things at you, like making you feel like you ain't nothing but trash because you're getting an abortion. Like, it's horrible. Times have changed though, because now they have people who stand out there, to protect you from those idiots. But it's like, come on, it's already hard for somebody to make that decision, because some people who are not raped, because if you're raped, sometimes it's an easy decision. Like, I don't want this in my body. Some people don't want to do it off bat. They hem and haw, like go back and forth with their thoughts. Like, should I? Shouldn't I? But sometimes it's for the best, especially if you think of how many, and they're like, oh, foster care works. But first of all, the foster care system really, it's hard to adopt a baby, because they really just trying to reunite parents with their babies. Right. And there's so many kids in the foster care system. Like, why are we adding to it?
Yeah.
Right. Also, to the people that are outside, that are always outside protesting, are you going to adopt my child?
Exactly, because they're not. They're really not. I think that they.
Are you Are you going to fund this child's education when they want to go to college?
No, because then people don't care about the people that's happening to. All they care about is their moral values and their little moral compass and all that. And they don't really think about the people that actually have to go through this stuff on a day-to-day basis.
Which is why
you have to carry a rape baby. Okay.
Right.
Some people can do it, but some people can't.
No.
Imagine carrying a child with somebody who raped you.
Also, I mean,
now you gotta look at the child every day as a reminder of the person who raped you.
Talk about the trauma. Talk about the trauma, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about the health implications to something like that. You don't know what's really going on with that child. You don't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, there's so much here, and that's why this is such a big deal. And that's why I say, like, the people fighting this stuff, they don't care. Why does the government have to have the hand in all of this?
Exactly.
I know we just went
that's a big question.
Why is it their regulation if the woman wants to do this or not? Think about it. You can do so many other things without government regulation.
Think of all the backyard abortions now that's going.
But I'm saying, happening. Like, you can. There's so many other things you can do that we could be fighting for right now. So, all right. I mean, we can go on this all night. I don't want. I got shit.
Can we? Let's switch. But I was trying to say, because we're talking about HBCUs. Did y'all watch the BET Awards?
I saw bits and pieces of
it. I didn't.
How Puff Daddy said he was going to donate a couple of millions to Howard.
Yeah,
and he said to Jackson State.
Why can't we send it to all HBCUs? Why just Howard?
And sadly, Diddy has the money.
After watching all of those videos about Howard, it's like,
well, he went to Howard.
Well, I'm saying, like, where is that money going to go? Because let the college kids tell you, Howard is ghetto.
Well, I know, I get that, but I mean, what do you expect him to say? Like, he went to Howard, you know. Like, I get it. I'd rather him say that than not do it at all. So
I hope it goes to fixing up them dorms.
I know.
Ooh, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, I get it though. Like I said, I'd rather him do that than give his money to NYU or something. You know,
no, he wouldn't do that. But
so I'm saying, like,
personal opinions on Diddy, but
I do too. But also
good for him for wanting to donate to Howard. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I really hope that Howard puts that money towards the dorms.
Well, that's the thing. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, can't fault the person for giving, right? That's the attempt. Right. The onus is on what they do. The university does at this point,
Mm-hmm. So hold them accountable.
That's the thing. So you can't say you ain't getting money.
But if you watch, I mean, TikTok, everybody can see on TikTok. So if you see what's going on, is there a way to not have to directly donate it to them and just go in to building better dorms? Because it's like, who's guaranteed where's that money gonna go?
You can there's always ways to work out where you want your money to go. Mm-hmm. It's just like the people who get a building named after them or something like that. Hey, you want to do this? There's ways to do it.
I would like a building named after me.
Someone like Diddy, you just don't know if if he's paying attention to all that.
Right. You got a lot to worry about.
Yeah. So I mean,
but like if I think about like my old school, Academy of Art, like if I was to donate money and they were going to name something after me, I would want them to be actually helping the students, and like I would want them to help with the with like people with learning disabilities.
Well, that's why you sit down and have a meeting with them and say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do.
That would be really nice.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Like you can say that here. I want. There's a program here. I want to directly fund that, mm-hmm. or I want to do something here. Just like with Howard, you can go down to Howard and be like, "Yo, I know you guys need renovations. I'll pay the contractors to renovate." Mm-hmm. So you do have control over where your money goes.
Right.
Now, they just have to agree to that. They may be in their feelings and stuff like that. Then you just don't do it.
Oh wow, they'll get over it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, we know the door needs to be renovated. Hey, I'm willing to pay the contractors and people to come in and fix it up. I'll pay them to do it.
Because if you think about how much it costs to go to Howard, like Bro.
Money.
I would be big mad if I had to live in those conditions.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
what am I paying for?
We can actually look this up.
I mean, I went
tuition.
to an art college and I still had better living than they do.
Same here.
And I was right in Philadelphia. No shade to Philly. No shade.
It seems a little low. Where is this from?
Look up like a full-time
440 a year.
Look, is that a full-time?
Yeah.
Dang.
But that's the estimate because I think it may not be exact. But think about 20, so we're almost 30 a year.
Mm-hmm.
For what?
Howard.
For tuition?
Yeah.
No, it's more than that because I remember I was looking to apply there. It's much more than that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's probably just the cost of tuition. That's not talking about dorms. That's not talking about any extra fees that you're going to have to pay at that point, So right. I know it's well above 30 and change. It's probably closer to 40 at this point.
Probably 50.
40. Yeah.
Because Temple is like 30 something. So I just can't believe that. How would
we here we go after costs at the 41K. Still talking about 62% graduation rate.
Howard is like
I'm sorry,
Yale.
I'm sorry, say that again. What is the retention rate?
Graduation rate?
No, retention rate. Oh, you said graduation rate.
Graduation. Okay. 62%.
What's the retention rate?
That's not listed right here.
Strategically.
Of course. That's what I'm saying. Well, most schools will never put that because that means how many people run out of money, flung out, and got transfer stuff. Yeah, you'll never see that number. Yeah.
Yo, if you're listening to this and you're applying to college, when you're applying for when you're doing your FAFSA, look at the retention rate because that's important. That'll tell you everything you need to know about your school. When I saw that with my school, it was 50%.
Yeah.
And when I saw that 50%, I was like, I didn't understand. And then once I actually got to my school, I understood. Because I've said it before on this podcast. You go to school for one semester, you'll meet some people, you won't see them the next semester.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Because it's rough and it's expensive.
That's how it was when I went to school. Also, we paid a lot of money in tuition. I think my school was like $50,000 all for it to be non-accredited.
Oh.
Big mad. That's why they got a class action lawsuit.
Yeah.
My school has had multiple. So
colleges are a money-making venture too.
And apparently our president is a millionaire.
Of course.
So
think about the kickbacks and stuff. Yeah. That's why, again, I say it again, colleges are money-making ventures.
Especially the Art Institute. They just went up on their tuition. $90,000 a year. For what?
The one in San Francisco closed.
I think pretty much all of them closed except for the one in Pittsburgh. I know that one was still open. And apparently they said they're accredited, but I went to the one in Philly. They shut down. I want my money back.
Yeah, I heard the one in San Francisco got closed. And then once it got closed, all of those students got transferred to our school. And so they not only did they have to they had to literally start over.
That's what I had to do. It sucked because you're like, yo, I already went to college and I can't transfer none of my credits. I had to start all over again. It really is trash.
Right.
Years wasted.
That ain't cool.
Years going by. That's what I'm saying. It's
money down the drain.
And all these people graduating and they still struggling to find jobs.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I want my money back. Give me my bread back.
Right. Either give me my money back or I don't have to pay back tuition.
Yeah, they need to take that off of my little financial aid record. I need to scrub that off of some of my sentence.
Not the sentence. I believe it though. I'm with it.
You got snitched to get time off. You got
because I need them to drop that off. I want my money back.
You got to drop a dime or one of the professors or something. I don't know.
I'm about to.
But yeah,
my coins.
All right. We're running on time. Bob's and Karens, we got a couple of them, right?
Bob's and Karens. All right. So there was a Bob at a, I don't know the entire situation, but there was a Bob trying to like by himself, trying to go at a whole family. I'm sure y'all saw this. Yeah, Kenny, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like there was a Bob like by himself trying to go at a whole family. I don't even remember what it was about. I don't even think they said what it was about. I think they were just existing. And Bob rolled up there and he was like, I don't like y'all being here. And I need y'all to bounce.
Yeah. That's how they roll. Yeah. All right. What else we got?
And on TikTok, I saw Karen issue a white baby challenge.
What?
Because their numbers are down. Yeah.
Desperate. They're desperate. They're struggling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like
challenge. What the hell?
There's so many other things I could say right now. Like okay.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about it, they're not going to address the elephant in the room. Your people are not sticking with your race anymore.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
And there's a reason for that.
They're crossing over.
Yeah. To all places. Yeah. Like to all races, all of the races.
Right.
Like get your women, dog.
Right.
Get Sally and them.
And now the men. Get your men because they going over too.
Mm-hmm.
Stacy at home, we coming back from somewhere with something.
Right.
It's funny because they always crack a joke about the biracial child with white women, what black men go after versus what white women. What black men go after versus what black women go after with white men.
Yeah.
You pulling like a John with a smooth haircut, mustache. John be pulling a baddie with a big butt. Educated black woman.
Because see, that's layered too.
Yeah.
Whew, that's layered.
And then last one, we got Bob Giuliani crying wolf about getting slapped.
You see that Rudy got the little pat on the back. She pat on the back.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
He ain't even fall or nothing. Like
right.
Just a little pat, and the way the lady rubbed his back, like, hey.
He thought he got shot or something. Yo, got that person. He got that person arrested too.
Yo, that's crazy.
But again, he wanted them snake. He top snake.
Right.
He's top. He's up there, yo. He's high on the snake chain, like.
Right. And he's working for bigger snakes.
That's what I'm saying. He's a snake lawyer. He's top snake lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so
and
hold on, the person who hit him,
he's been disbarred.
Yeah. So now his son is running for office. So he was out campaigning for. That's why he was there. He was out campaigning for his son.
Okay, I didn't know that.
It was one of his own. That wasn't a black person who hit him. It was a white lady, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It was black. I thought it was a white guy.
I thought it was a white guy. Just gave him a little pat.
Was it a lady or a guy?
I'm not sure. I mean, it wasn't a black person. That's all I know.
It was a them.
Like, hey, Rudy,
respect pronouns.
Yeah, in the back, here, take that. And he was like, oh my god, like
he said, I got shot.
That's what he said so much. And then the video came out. We saw it.
Crazy. Right. Remember, he was all about Trump being
right.
They said he was sauced up because they said he was sauced up election night talking that badness.
And I know damn well that we've all got, like, we know what it is to get hit.
No, you watched the video. little love tap, little overhand, little love tap on the back.
Mm-hmm.
But he just that evil.
Right.
I'm
So
not sure if this is on your list, but did you see the one with the business in Maine?
What happened with them?
The Karen in Maine. So they were pissed off because they had to close Juneteenth. I saw it last night.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
And she wrote, "We're closed, whatever. Enjoy your fried greens and fried chicken." And then she was on the news crying like, "Oh, I didn't mean for this to happen. I always write stuff like that." I was tired. I had a rough week.
So
now
you had a rough week. I have a rough life.
Well, her mom has been in business for 30 years. It's not even her business, her mom's business, but Progressive and Allstate have already pulled their contracts from her business. Like when she loses everyone, she ain't got nothing. Her daughter single-handedly took down the business.
Yep.
Too bad, too sad.
Her mom's insurance business. Yep. Put them signs up. And then the other ones, the rest of the town threw her under the bus too. And we don't rock with her. We don't condone any of that. Son. But then, she crying because she got caught. She got called out under BS.
Right.
Like, and then you play victim at that point. That's it's the little game plan. It's the formula.
Right.
The Karen formula. Right. Think you're gonna do say what you want to do. You get called out on it, and now you crying. Play victim.
You gotta turn on the waterworks.
It ain't gonna save you this time, Slim. Sorry.
The crocodile tears.
Yep. You just messed up the whole family business. There went your
just threw away a whole bag.
Yep, that was your future bag too.
I would sue her.
Like, hey, didn't I give y'all my money to do my? Nah, run that.
Nah, I'm saying her mom should sue her.
Ooh.
I need my coins.
No, what you gonna get out of it?
I don't know what lawsuit that. I don't know how that would.
Insurance claim. Hopefully, she
defamation.
She sold insurance. Hopefully, she can recoup some insurance on some damages and save her business and fire her daughter.
Gotcha.
But she might have to sue her just to kind of recoup some of that. Yeah.
That's not gonna be pretty.
She looked like she lived with her mom too. So imagine.
That's what everybody said in the comments.
That's
you look like you live with your mother. All right, there's nothing wrong with living with their mom, though. Okay.
No, right. Imagine your mom walking downstairs and serving you with papers.
That would be like
don't go back. Like,
man,
over for you.
Right.
And you're in Maine. How many people are really going to see that message?
Apparently, I thought Maine wasn't racist, but apparently I was wrong.
No, it's up there. It's kind of New England-y. Yeah.
And I wanted to live there for like the summer, but now I changed my mind.
No.
Right.
I don't want a cabin in Maine no more.
Good luck with that. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's.
Ooh. Yeah. It ain't pretty. The war. You know what? The country right now, I know that there's gonna be like shit is gonna hit the fan like real quick. This like in the next coming years.
We're getting there.
Right.
We're getting there. And it's almost summer. It's still June, y'all.
Right.
So I don't know. I think the whole thing is do something. Prepare to do something. Prepare to vote. Prepare to move your money around.
Right.
Stack your bread. I don't know. Get ready for an island or something. I don't know.
Right.
Do something.
Come on, join me. Join me in the island adventure.
Yeah. Do something.
Island living.
So
that's a Sims pack.
Wow.
How you Sims doing?
I don't know. I haven't played in a while. It's been a couple of weeks.
They did.
No, they're alive. They're still alive. I just haven't. I don't know. I've been playing other things.
Watch you come back and watch your Sims have like a bunch of kids by somebody else.
No. So I was smart. I turned it off. Like I shut it down. It's off. Nah, I was playing this other game called, I think it's like True Colors or something like that. The chick's brother was killed in an accident, and it turns out that the
where do you find these games?
It's on Xbox. The chick went to Colorado. Her brother lived there. They had an old mine in the town. Her brother's girlfriend's kid went down in the mine. They weren't supposed to blow up the mine, but they did it anyway. And they ended up killing her brother. So she was trying to figure out who killed her brother, because the guy lied and said they never received the call from the brother saying, hey, don't do the blast because the kid is down here. So it turns out that They knew about it. They knew he was down there, but they said, "Don't cancel the blast. Do it anyway." And it turns out that her brother's best friend's dad was the one behind the whole thing.
That's not.
And then he tried to kill her and cover it up. So yeah, it was pretty deep. That's
kind of the plot of. That's a little the plot of Need for Speed.
Is it really?
Yeah, because there was the main dude, there was the evil dude, and then there was the main dude's crush's brother, and he was driving too, and the evil dude, they were all racing, and oh, sorry, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie yet, but I mean it's been years. So the evil dude hits the little brother's car, and he goes flying, and then he covers it up by hiding the car, and they never find the car, so they can never solve the murder or solve the death, or solve the murder. And it's not until the end of the movie that they see the car, and it's like, oh, so he really did, since you see the car, now it confirms everything that dude said instead of being in jail.
Too many parts. All right.
Hey, watch the movie. The movie's actually kind of good.
There's a new game called The Quarry. I'm about to buy that. It's a wrap. I'm about to be in my own world playing that game.
So there you have it, y'all.
Yeah.
Pick it up. All right, it's getting late, y'all.
Oh, before we go.
Oh,
Amazon bestseller.
I wish we had an applaud track.
Yeah, I do too.
Cue the applause.
Yo, this is a real thing. The amount of times I was talking to Kenny about this is real. This is a real thing. I'm an author in this book.
So now you got to sell the book, David. Tell the people the name of the book.
Yo,
where they can find it.
This is Black Men Love. If you want to buy this book, slide my DM. Right? I will send you to the website. Yes, slide my DMs. You the book is $25, and I will get it to you. It might take a while, but I will get it to you.
We're gonna talk on yourself. We'll talk about your sales pitch after we finish. Yes.
Right.
Black Men Love is out now. You want to
17? Hey, 17 Black men talking from different perspectives on love.
Look, I'm giving y'all the claps.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, but it's a bestseller, y'all. Check out David. I want you to go to David. You buy from David.
Yes, please.
But yes, that's where we are. So
Black Men Love. That's a good one.
Yep. So there you have it, y'all. All right, but it's getting late. We've been on this for a minute.
Right.
Till next week, y'all. We do our thing. We out.
Drink water, love your skin, stay blessed. Vote.
Also, don't forget, sponsored by the Black Squirrel Media Network. If you like books and you'd like your body, come to Black Squirrel. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Too random.
Like your body.
Like I hope. Well, some people don't, so I hope you do.
Yeah.
Love yourself.
Yep.
Love your body.
All right. On that note, we out. Peace.
Peace.